Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my channel, Eat Healthy, Get Rich, Drink Good Beer. It's early morning here in Northern Ireland. I'm gonna make a drink that is so easy to make and that is so soul satisfying, will energize you, will make you really happy. And you know what? Let's not do one, I'll give you 4 different types of recipes. For this drink, all you need is ice, cold water, a mango, this is a ripe mango, low-fat Greek yogurt. Although natural yogurt is fine, any unflavored yogurt is fine, and a NutriBullet. I will leave a link in the description for this NutriBullet. I will teach you so many recipes, especially for early breakfast, recipes that will energize you for the full day. I would advise you to get this one. You ready for your first one? So in 1 glass of water, add 3 spoons of this yogurt. You can add 4, you can add 5, you can add 6. There is no rules to my cooking, guys. You can mix it directly in here. What I like to do, all you need to do is mix it like this. Now this will introduce air bubbles and that makes the lassi really tasty. That's pretty much it, number 1, done. Time for a taste test. This is exactly what we drink back home. If you are from Indian subcontinent, I would ask you to try this and leave me comments how similar it is to the taste back home. Okay, so that's number 1 done. Number 2, add sugar to it and that becomes your sweet lassi. Number 3, add a little bit of salt to it and that becomes your savory lassi. The final bit in the NutriBullet, so all I've done is I have just scooped out the mango. You're gonna do the same thing again. So 3 spoons. Add a glass of water, add a little bit of ice. You can add ice later, but for some reason, I just love the sound of the ice being blitzed. Give it a blitz. Guys, there's no need to pay for mango lassi from outside. This is so simple. You just need mango, you need natural yogurt, which is really healthy for you. Greek yogurt or natural yogurt or any types of yogurt have lots of good bacteria that will help in your digestion. And this is a great start to the day. Okay guys, let's talk about HCMC. It's a bear market at the moment. Most of our picks have performed really well. Most of the YouTubers have covered the new financials. They have covered the increased salary. So let's have some fun. Let's do things slightly differently. Let's assume a hypothetical situation where Philip Morris wants to buy HCMC out. Or maybe the board doesn't agree. Maybe they can take hostile takeover. It is possible. It's a David versus Goliath battle. You have Goliath as the Philip Morris board, David as your HCMC board, and then there are shareholders. There are big shareholders, there are institutional investors, and I call the retail investors as retail tarts. I am a retail tart. If you bleed, I bleed. If you win, I win. Our HCMC army, because you know these big boys, they don't follow any rules. Rules are made for us. So if we earn more than £12,300 in the UK, we will have to pay a capital gains tax, whereas these big boys, they can avoid tax. So the first thing they can do, the first strategy will be to just talk to the board directly and say, okay guys, look, we have made up a mess. We have stolen your patent. Let's just settle outside the court and hey, we also want to buy you guys because 40 patents you have, especially the cannabis ignition biometric patent. Philip Morris, we are the big guys, you know, we can take it to all over the world. It's a win-win situation for everyone. Jeff, he's a funny guy. He's so energetic. I'm gonna leave some videos of his interviews. Look at his Jesus joke and the truck driver joke. I think he's just a funny guy. And I don't think he's gonna accept it. Philip Morris board's gonna say, okay, now that's the friendly part done. What else can they do? You know what? We're gonna do a tender off. Basically what Philip Morris board can do, they can actually completely bypass the HCMC management, can talk straight to all the shareholders and say, guys, look, we're gonna triple your money. Just put pressure on the board. We are prepared to buy this company for this particular amount. And what that does is that these shareholders can actually put pressure on the management. The next strategy they can apply is actually, you know what, they're gonna say, well, these are retail tarts. they don't have any vote. Their shares are not as important as these big boys. So let's just talk straight to them. So now that's called a proxy fight. Basically, they fight their own battle using proxies. And again, these institutional investors, they will put pressure on the board to accept this offer. What else can they do? Well, they can also do a creeping tender offer. So what they can do is they can just quickly scoop up. It's cheap shares. Yes, the float is like an ocean float. You know, I have told this several times. If you watch my previous videos, I have given ocean versus swimming pool analogy about why the share price wouldn't move. Yes, the biggest catalyst is the court case. Not to me. To me, the biggest catalyst is the cannabis. It is the marijuana. It is the biometric pipe patent, the vape stores. Once the pandemic ends, their stores will be flooded with people, and with like 72,000, I think it's almost 80,000 followers on StockTwits now. So yes, court case is a thing, but there are other catalysts that I think are bigger than the court case itself. So they can actually go to open market and start buying the shares. Now there is a problem with all these four strategies. Well, the first strategy is okay, but the other three strategies, it's very public, you know. The HCMC board will know that they are playing their tricks. Just a request, guys. I think I'm already close to 2,000 subscribers now, but 82% of you who are watching this video are not subscribed. Come on, guys. I put so much effort into it, so please give me that like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. So what they can do, they will not open the books. Only information that the Philip Morris board will have is what is available on SECs, what is available on public knowledge, basically. Now that's really not a good thing either. To counteract this offer, there are several strategies, by the way, guys. So you can call it poison pill, macaroni defense, lobster trap, killer bees. It's all fancy names, but I think they are already doing it, and I have been hinting this in my previous video. Recent high salary up to 2026 of Christopher Senti is, again, it's kind of a poison pill, because if Philip Morris buys that, there are exit clauses. So that's what they are doing. Then they can also, you remember, they are combining all these strategies together. They have awarded billions and billions of shares to the management, okay? So they are actually making the management really solid behind the company. If you remember the SEC filings, most of the management can buy the shares at 0.0001 billions of shares at that price. If Philip Morris makes an offer, the share price is gonna go crazy, but the employees will have really cheap shares. So it's gonna add to the cost of buying HCMC. So again, it's a long-term hold for me, guys. The recent communications does hint that the management is reducing the shares. By converting and retiring some of the restricted shares, I can introduce a new stock today, but in a bear market, any stock, any good company I introduce is gonna go up. Riot is on sale, BBKCF is on sale, ABML is on sale, IQST is on sale, Mara is on sale. Keep adding on dips is my advice. I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. I'll see you in next video.